Alright, so super last second, our first guest ever, Alex Rosen, is currently in town doing a catch. He's about to pull up any second. A lot of you guys might not know this, but the one thing Alex hates more than anything else in the world, his biggest beef in life is actually with suits. So when Alex pulls up, we're gonna come out in suits and we're gonna give him a suit and we're gonna tell him that we're just trying to have a more professional look for the podcast and yeah, see how he reacts.
I think he's gonna hate that shit. He's probably just gonna get up and be like, you know what, guys? I got another prep catch.
Hey, you know, I should probably get going.
I can just wear this.
Getting kind of late. But yeah, I'm actually really curious how he's gonna react. Let's see.
We can actually make him put it. Yeah.
Just this.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Would you mind just throwing this on? Where's Alex?
Okay. Huh. Alex, come over here real quick.
Man, you really dress up for this, don't y'all?
Are you okay with putting this on?
Sure.
Yeah, we're just trying to look more professional. Like we figured it might make us like stand out.
So we're gonna get like out of my work uniform and put this shit on?
Kind of like the Tates, you know?
Oh, okay.
No, because like they're crushing it with the podcast and like, I heard Tristan Tate say like, you know, it's how you dress and shit, so.
Yeah.
Let's see what works, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh. Can you give me a napkin from the kitchen, please?
Paper towel?
Yeah.
Looking fresh, bro.
My fucking shorts with fucking...
Looks fresh though.
It does, bro.
The Let's Go Brandon shirt
Yeah.
fits. By the way, we don't actually wear suits.
Bro, why would you say it now?
I don't know. You were actually gonna start it?
I wanted to go like 5-10 minutes in the suits.
Okay.
Did you think we were actually being serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I want to do the intro, though.
You want to do the intro?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Ready?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Alex Rosen and Eric Konevsky simultaneously while I'm sitting next to both of them. And today, hold on, cut.
Wait, wouldn't that make you Tanner?
I don't.
Isn't this Alex Rosen?
Okay, wait.
Yeah, what are you talking
okay,
about?
here, wait, hold on.
You're impersonating?
Pan the camera up. Pan the camera up for my leg up here, please. Thank you. What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
We do say retard.
Yeah,
We do say
occasionally-
retard. We do say but the
Yeah.
other word, you know, you can't.
We can say it occasionally, but we'll just have to bleep it out. So
right.
just don't give us too much.
No, I understand. Black people are totally off limits from anything, but
Yeah.
all right. Well, that's my.
All right, so that's Alex Rosen. Welcome to episode 16 of the Scaling Up podcast.
Thanks for having me, all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, man.
been
Appreciate
all-
you coming by.
Yeah. Alex did what he said he's going to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just like, come here, be on the podcast.
Right. Kind of impromptu last second.
What else does it say? Oh,
Scaling Up podcast.
Scaling Up
Something like-
podcast.
yeah.
Yep, and that's also what I've done the past couple of years. Because when I started Predator Poachers, I was 270, and now I'm 320. So I also scaled up as well. So
Didn't you get up to 350 at one point?
I did.
You scaled down,
Damn.
technically?
right. Yeah, hopefully never get to that point again. That was terrible.
So now you're like what, 320?
Yeah, well, I weighed this morning. I was like 315 actually.
But you're strong as fuck though.
Yeah. You know, we're getting there.
But speaking of doing what you say you're going to do, you were 320 in October at the Olympia, and you said you're dieting down.
Oh, that's a good point. You know, but we're maintaining and we're gaining strength right now.
Okay.
I will give him. He's traveling a lot. You know, I bet it's hard to keep a super good diet when you're traveling.
That is true. Yeah.
But yeah, in case anybody doesn't know, Alex is probably the GOAT predator catcher. How many arrests total do you have right now?
Well, I've lost count of that, but what we do is we catch child predators across the country, and we have a group called Predator Poachers that does that. We've been doing it since 2019, so almost 6 years now, and we have arrests now in 46 states,
46.
convictions in 40, including here in California. Just earlier today, we got I don't even know how many or what number California arrests, but we got an individual named Gary Larson, 67-year-old man, arrested earlier in Ventura County, California for meeting a 13-year-old girl, and on top of that, he was viewing child pornography using his babies and toddlers. So,
Yeah.
God damn.
So you catch the sickest of the sickest. You don't just go after the low-hanging fruit.
that I agree
Yeah.
with. That I agree with.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, some of the people you catch, I'm like still shocked. like to this day still, even though they keep popping up. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, we started off just kind of on the dating app scene, and just kind of posing as like a fit 14, 15-year-old, whatever. Definitely we got some pros, but we definitely got a lot of lonesome losers too. And but yeah, no, the past couple of years we've really gone after, our motto is we travel the most, cash the sickest. And I mean, now I'd be shocked if someone we caught wasn't into babies. So
would you say you are the GOAT predator catcher of all time? Would you say you've done better work than any predator catcher ever?
No, we got a long way to go. I would like to think that the GOAT is going to be me in the future. I can't be complacent and call myself that. But has our team done better work than everybody else? Yes, our team has, but it's definitely not just me.
Well, compared to all the other
humble man.
Compared to all the other teams, so would you say you've done more than Chris Hansen?
Yes. Fuck that dude. Yeah, well, Chris Hansen hasn't really done any work. He's more so just the kind of the figurehead, but...
Would you say you caught EDP because he was black?
A few years ago, I'd say no to that. Because I would try to backtrack and just say apologize for everything. But no, I mean, obviously I didn't actually catch him because he was black. I mean,
well, that's what Chris Hansen said.
That is what Chris Hansen said. Funny enough, he never questioned, did you catch this Asian predator because he was Asian? But Chris Hansen must have like a fetish for black people, so I don't know what it is.
Maybe he's the actual racist one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Who knows?
And we're going to try to ask different questions than everybody asks you on every podcast ever, because I've seen all the podcasts that you're on.
Yeah.
I love watching podcasts with you on, but it's always kind of the same conversation.
Right.
So, are there really that many predators?
Yeah. I can only tell the same story so many times at once. Yeah, man, so I was 19 years old about 500 different times.
When did it all begin?
Well,
it's like a therapy session at that point.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I just got to come up with a fucked up story of my family. And be like, look, I mean, my childhood was actually PG, but I just got to come up with my dad was just terrible to me, and I knew what a sex toy was at 2 years old. So,
the reason I wouldn't ask questions like that is because at one point I did catch preds with you.
Yeah,
and It actually is quite crazy how many of them there are, though.
Yeah.
One crazy thought I have, every time I'm at a grocery store or something, I don't really go grocery shopping, but if I ever do, I'm like, damn, there's at least one pred in here right now.
Well, if you don't really go grocery shopping, I assume you DoorDash, and with how many Indians do DoorDash, I figure you could probably think, man, there's a pred in front of me right now.
There's probably more preds delivering your food than you know.
Oh, easily.
That is a good point. But I mean, every time I'm at the gym, I'm like, there's a pred in here right now.
You know what's nuts? We got a predator arrested at the gym yesterday in Hanford, California. Y'all know where Hanford is? Hanford's it's probably in 45 minutes south of Fresno.
You caught him while he was at the gym?
Yes. So basically, he was sending the decoy pictures of him in the gym, and we found out which gym it was just based on
God.
Yeah. So we show up to the gym, and I guess we can't get there right as he's done with his lift. So he's in his car texting. He's in his car texting the decoy as I roll up to him. His name's Michael Gayton. Hanford, California, Kings County, and yeah, he got arrested on scene just right outside the gym, and it's been spreading in that gym, obviously. So
that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
But do you ever think these thoughts just around regular people in public? This cop pulling me over right now could very well be a pred. Do you just look at people differently when you do?
Actually, I don't. I just kind of when it's time to do the job, I'm focused on that, and when it's time to grocery shop, I just kind of focus on grocery shopping.
When you catch these people, is it people that you usually would expect, or do you get surprised yourself?
So it's a combination. It's obviously stereotypes are true. For the 100% of them are. So a lot of it is by rule, since stereotypes are true of who you would expect to get caught. But there are absolutely times where it's people you wouldn't expect. I mean, the two in Ventura County that we caught a guy a few months ago, Charles Ha. He worked in a cardiology clinic. He was USC educated, super liberal. Wait, I'm saying things you would expect a pedo to be. I'm sorry, but he was US. No, yeah, we catch everybody, but he was USC educated, cardiology clinic, very mild mannered, very obviously high IQ, and
wait, so you catch Republican predators too?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, a lot, mostly I'd say, but yeah, Charles Ha, he very mild mannered. If you talk to him in person, you just it's just a nice dude. But he ended up having 60,000 child pornography images, and in his house, when the cops raided it, they told me that there was little baby clothes in his house. He doesn't have any kids or a wife or anything. There's little baby clothes in his house, little infant sex dolls, all that stuff. You would never expect that guy to have it. And then the other guy we caught in Ventura County today, Gary Larson, 67 years old, married with kids. very, just living comfortably, and you're just very mild-mannered, and he was into infants and toddlers.
They're out there, man.
Yeah.
So before we get back into the pred talk, we got to address this because it's crazy how we've been cool now for the past 3 years, and we only very briefly like had a falling out.
Yeah.
But still, every time I post a video with you, people are like, "Wait, aren't you guys beefing?"
Right.
Yeah. So we just got to clear the air on that. Like, we've been cool for the past 3 years now.
Well, off camera we hate each other, but we realize that like it's a good business relationship to have. So
We are Jewish. So.
that's true. Look, Jews hold a lot of grudges, except when it comes to making money. If we can make money together, then all the beef goes out.
So let me ask this: when I used to impersonate you, did you actually take it personal, or were you just trolling back?
No, honestly, it was no, I was definitely a little bit pissed off.
Yeah,
It was.
I feel like you actually were. We were debating each other.
I was definitely fucking pissed off.
Debate? So first of all, for people that don't know, this podcast would not even be possible if not for Alex Rosen, because I would never have met Tanner.
Right.
Literally only found Tanner to impersonate Alex Rosen when we had the beef. So if you notice, they're both 6'4" ginger.
Yeah.
So when Tanner initially played you, I remember we had the debate where you wanted to debate me, but then I called you and I immediately gave the phone to Tanner.
Yeah.
And so you're debating yourself. We're actually going to have a debate right now, a live debate. You guys are going to see a debate go down.
All right, so I'll go first, then you can go.
One thing real quick, Alex, though. I'm actually going to be the one moderating the debate. Your opponent will be yourself.
Okay. See, nobody's laughing at this. Nobody's laughing at Eric ducking this. So put Eric back on.
What do you mean? Eric's not with me, bro.
Okay. All right. So nobody thinks this is funny. Not me. Nobody's laughing at this shit.
Yeah.
Is that the only time you've gotten trolled?
Well, people have tried to troll me, but that was definitely effective trolling, because I very, very rarely, I wouldn't say I got offended, but it's more so, it definitely got under my skin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was very good.
For me, I used to actually watch your videos, and then I just met Alex, and he wanted me to play that character. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, funny as shit.
No, but I remember that night we called you too, for whatever reason, or you called us. And you were trying to troll back, and then you're like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah. No one sub.
No one saw
Yes,
that.
yeah.
That we were laughing so hard at that.
Yeah. See, the thing is, we're both coming up with good shit against each other, but I was actually mad while I was doing it. You know, just enjoying yourself.
Bro, we were just like super late night after filming, just trying to prank call you. Let's fucking call Alex.
Dude, that was quite. I'm glad it happened though, because we wouldn't be friends otherwise. So
Yeah. I would have never met any of you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, and one of the things Tanner did when he played the character of you is he ate a lot of chicken nuggets. Do you want to talk about how sick you were of eating the chicken nuggets at a certain point?
So let's start with this. The first video I ever did with Eric for the skit, I let him cook the chicken nuggets, right?
And I don't know how to cook.
He brought them up still in the box, and half of them were frozen. And I was so serious about wanting to be a YouTuber that I literally didn't even complain, and I was eating half frozen chicken nuggets.
Oh.
But then after that, I was always like, all right, bro, you know what I'm saying? Let me cook them. And I cook them, right?
Yeah.
But my question is, who do you think has eaten more chicken nuggets? Me playing you in the character, or you?
Dude, definitely you playing me, because I knew where the chicken nuggets thing came from. It was because we were in the steakhouse one time, and I just was like, I'm in the mood for chicken nuggets right now. But I really don't eat a lot of chicken nuggets.
Yeah. I think it was one scene too that I seen where somebody was asking your favorite chicken nuggets, and you were like, maybe either Tyson or Purdue or some shit. You said like that, on a live stream.
Yeah. No, I just really, I haven't had fucking chicken nuggets in years at this point.
Yeah, I've always been
Maybe with the
curious
chicken
about that.
nuggets?
Are you actually the character with the chicken nuggets?
No.
Because everything else is on point with the character.
Yeah. No, the shorts, the fucking tight shirts, definitely that. But no, the chicken nuggets. You just caught me at a one-time thing, and you saying I just really want chicken nuggets right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we do with our characters. And with John, the character, everything we do, he doesn't actually do regularly.
Right.
It's obviously over-exaggerated.
But it's more so you can just see him doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy that Tanner ended up having to eat chicken nuggets to the point where he hates them now.
Bro,
because he ate chicken
I actually
nuggets
still
one
like
time.
chicken nuggets. But yeah, I was scarred from chicken nuggets for a year. It was bad.
I can't blame you,
Went
man.
through so many nuggets.
Dude, cold chicken
For
is
12-hour things of eating nuggets.
Oh, dude. Yeah, cold chicken's the worst thing. Yeah.
You wouldn't eat cold chicken nuggets?
No.
Damn.
Never. It's disgusting.
So back to the pred catching. Anybody that catches predators ever, they pretty much all get the same comments. You're doing God's work, this and that. Whenever people see somebody catching preds for the first time, that's, crazy to them. So how do you feel about kind of being people putting you in the same category as people like Vitaly, and I know you're friends with Jidion, Skeeter Jean now. I don't know if you're friends with Skeeter Jean.
We're friendly with each other.
Okay. Yeah, so how do you feel that people look at the caliber of work you do as the same as the caliber of work they do?
Yeah, that's definitely, I think that's more of like people I just watch casually, or people I don't really like, they all look at it as the same. It's like, oh, just a getting caught. They don't really see the follow-ups. Like, yeah, obviously what we do is not remotely the same as what Vitaly does. I mean, we have like, what, 3 life sentences at this point. Vitaly has, I don't think, any sentences at all, but, or can speak any sentences in English, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I mean, as for what Jidion does, I mean, I think he does a tremendous fucking job. And, you know, he's learning, and he's come to me asking me on how to do things and how we do things, and I think that shows that he wants to do it the right way, and you know that's why I'm always happy to collab with him. I mean, obviously the subs are good too, but like, you know, that's not what it's about. Because if Vitaly asked me to collab, I said no. So, and as for what Skeeter Jean does, I mean, yeah, I would say he doesn't take it as seriously as we do, but you know, he still finds the areas that arrest them and does a pretty good job. But would I say it's the same? No, I wouldn't. But you know, in the end, the only thing that we have to show for it, if I don't like that people categorize it the same way, I got to just keep doing better. So,
well, also, you know, with the TikTok brain that people have nowadays, because I've seen you getting kind of annoyed too, that people watch your short and they act like it's the whole interaction.
Yeah.
So does it ever get kind of frustrating that, like, no matter what you do, people will look at your line of work as if it's the same as like Vitaly?
Well, no, it's not frustrating because there's always going to be people like that. But, you know, I think the amount of support we get, the amount of supporters on locals that we have speaks for itself, that a lot of people don't think it's the same thing and know there's a difference. So,
do you think Vitalys are fake, some of them?
Yeah, I do. I don't have any proof of this. It's just me speculating. But I think when that Santee dude was decoying for him, I think those were real. But, you know, I saw his interview he did with Cassidy Campbell where he's like, yeah, after I left, I don't know, stuff got a little bit weird. I think either Vitaly does a lot of stuff where he's just asking the to meet and doesn't even necessarily say his age, or just says, oh, I'm 13, but come meet me, but doesn't get them to talk sexually, or he's just straight up like staging stuff, because it doesn't really matter, because either way he's doing the same thing to them, whether they're into babies or whether they're not even at all. So
the people that catch the 14, 15-year-olds, would you say that's kind of like low-hanging fruit, like we said at the beginning?
Yeah, opposed as the 14 or 15-year-old.
Because most compared to like you've caught somebody going after 2-year-olds, right?
Right.
And it's very common for you to catch somebody going after like under a 10-year-old.
Right. No, I think it is low-hanging fruit. I mean, you know, low-hanging fruit still needs to be picked is the way I look at it. But like, you know, I'm not going from fucking Houston, Texas to Seattle, Washington to go get somebody who's 20 going after a 15-year-old. I'm going to go get a lifetime sex offender. But, you know, everybody needs to be caught that's doing this, but we're just getting the ones who I think are doing more damage.
And back to the caliber of work you do, people don't realize that literally you could make a dating app right now and within an hour have a bunch of people going after 15-year-olds lined up.
Oh, yeah.
There actually is that many of them.
Oh, yeah. There's, I think that's more so like the incel epidemic.
Yeah, speaking of driving and shit too, bro, like you're like literally one of the hardest working like people that we know. Like you drive all over the fucking country.
Do you know anybody harder working?
Maybe not, bro. Probably not. Like you fucking, like you're always traveling, always on the road. Like it seems like you catch one almost every fucking day.
Yeah, I mean, we usually do like about 25 of these a month, and
25 a month.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I like to say, like, you know, we have the hardest working team for sure. We have a lot of people that are very dedicated to this, and yeah, in a year of driving on the car I have, it has 140,000 miles on there. So yeah, we definitely.
So 25 a day, that's damn near almost one every day, and you factor in the time on the road. How many days off do you get?
I get about like probably 10 days off a month. So the reason why I say 25 a month is because there's some days we do 2 days. So I mean, yesterday, for example, we caught 3 people, and then today we caught 1. So
well, what do you consider an off day? So if you're driving from state to state, is that an off day for you?
No, that's not an off day. We never have days intentionally. I mean, if it flakes, but we never plan days where it's like, all right, we're just traveling for today. It's always somebody on the hook. But no, I mean, I'm home sometimes, so but no really off days because I'm doing other shit.
How do you have the energy to? The craziest part to me is because I've seen your work schedule. I mean, during the Olympia, you went to a concert to catch a or something like that, right? Or no, you went to a concert because somebody invited you. Then you went to catch a then you drove from midnight to 6 a.m. to the Olympia with no sleep. You came, filmed with me at the Olympia, then you went on to a podcast after, then the next day again you did the Olympia, then you went to do a catch after. And the crazy part to me is you stay like so sharp, so witty during all of it. Like, how do you have the fucking energy?
Dude, I don't know. I just think it's like autism and having fun, honestly. Like, there's no fucking, I mean, dude, like, you could care about saving the children, which obviously we do. You could care about the money, which obviously we do. But I think above all, the only way to be this energetic is just have fun with it. And I think that's what we do.
For sure.
You ever got your testosterone levels checked?
No.
Yeah. Probably pretty high. Pretty high natural test.
I would hope so. Shit.
And you're fully straight edge. I don't know if that's something you ever talk about.
I've never.
If people even know.
No, I definitely shame for drinking and
You've
fucking
never
shit.
smoked, never drank, ever?
Never, dude. Okay, well, let me take that back. So one time in 8th grade, my dad was at a block party. He doesn't even drink, but this was like a one-time thing. He had like a can of beer, and I asked for a sip. Mm-hmm. That's the only time I had a sip of beer, and then one time I hit a vape in 8th grade, just one puff.
A weed vape or like a tobacco vape?
Not a weed vape, so
Yeah.
just, I guess whatever, the tobacco one.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever done anything. You know,
Really?
Other than that, it's just been completely straight edge.
That's good though.
Why is that?
Well, you know, you all may think I'm joking, but I think Big Lenny is actually a huge inspiration to me. And in high school, you know, from freshman year to junior year, I'd watch a lot of pornography. And, you know, I started to watch the Delray Misfits, and, you know, I saw Big Lenny saying cookie cutter porno addict. I'm like, I don't want to be that. And, you know, I just saw, like, he truly lived his life as like a trailblazer and a freak. And, oh, shit.
Oh, that's a GoPro.
Oh, yeah. Smoking on my, I didn't hear anything, man. I didn't hear nothing. I don't know what, I'm the really, I didn't hear nothing. But, you know, I just saw that he lived that way. And so that's not all of it. I mean, even, you know, in high school, I never touch anything, but you know, at this point, it's just being different and being a tone setter to not do any of that stuff. So
You don't even drink caffeine, right?
I was gonna ask that. Do you?
So if we're doing an all-nighter on the road, like I didn't drive from Sacramento to Las Vegas without having a Monster. I mean, I had a fucking Monster, but like during the day, never.
Neither do I. I don't drink any caffeine at all. Hardly ever. Like,
Yeah.
randomly I'll have a cup of coffee just because I kind of like it, but that's like once every couple months, literally.
Right. Yeah, no, I haven't never, I haven't had coffee in like fucking, I don't even remember the last time.
I respect the hell out of that.
Thank you.
I forgot. We gotta. I kept forgetting to say I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah.
I need to start saying it more. But yeah, that's crazy to me. Tanner doesn't drink coffee ever, and yeah, I don't know how you guys do it. I'm having well over a gram of caffeine
Yeah, you're a caffeine addict.
just to like
Probably the
fucking
most
stay awake.
I've ever seen.
But I'm on the
Yeah.
same page as far as like hard drugs and shit. Like, what do you think about weed?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously I have some friends that smoke weed. My two Mexicans, I don't know where they are right
Both of
now.
them do?
They're not, I think Alfredo smokes it more than the rest of them do, but he more so does it when they're home. But you know, when we used to get to the hotels at night, you know, they would just leave the room sometimes. I'm like, I wonder what they're doing, you know? And then I put it together one day that I'm like...
You didn't smell it?
No, I didn't until one day I'm like, oh. It took me like a year to catch on. But yeah, no, I don't like weed. I just always want to be in a frame of mind to where I'm like fully aware of what's going on. So, you know.
But wouldn't
the hell out of
caffeine
that.
help with that?
Wouldn't caffeine help with that? Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't think so. Caffeine fucks with your circadian rhythm, and in the long run, like it's a stimulant temporarily, but in the long run, it doesn't help.
But you can always just drink more.
That is true, but then you know it's just that cycle.
I just don't want any outside influences influencing me, you know.
For sure. I respect the hell out of that.
Thank you.
So back to the catches. Do you think you do better work than the police?
Yes, yes, I do. We're more efficient than the cops because the cops have a ton of red tape and a ton of regulations they have to follow, and a lot of the times the cops are only tied into their jurisdiction. So, like, you know, if I find out that somebody in Michigan is abusing their own kids, I can just go to Michigan tomorrow. But if a cop finds that out, it's like, shit. Well, I got to pass it on to this person, go through this channel, that channel. So all this millions in funding gets washed out with the cops, but with us, it directly goes to us, and we just go do it. So yeah.
Do most states arrest them, or do most states not?
Well, we have arrested 46 states, so there's places that they,
Yeah.
But
So it's rarely when they don't.
well, I'd say about half and half, you know, but because you know, in California, for example, we got the guy arrested in Ventura County today, but yesterday in LA County, we catch an illegal immigrant. The cops are like, well, there's no real victim, so we can't do anything. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So
Was it a Mexican cop?
yeah, of course.
Oh, it was?
Of course.
Damn.
But still, the majority of the arrests you get would have never even been, like, those investigations would have never even happened had you not turned up and came in and, you know, did it yourself.
There's only been there's been a few times where we've caught somebody that was being investigated, but dude, when some of these cops or, you know, Chris Hansen says that, well, when these people do it, it interferes with police investigations. That's never the case, because even when that happens, it's like they take our evidence and add it to what they have. It's never like, oh, well, now it's all gone because you caught him doing something too. No. But no, there's been a few times where the cops have got two guys before us. Like, we had a guy in Washington in 2022, Jesse Remenga. He's doing like 10 years now. He was a sex offender talking to our decoy. I wanted to fucking ruin his life. And, you know, he always responded to us in like 1 minute, you know, never, you know, was that type of guy. And then just suddenly stops responding to us like one Tuesday. And I'm like, oh no, what's going on? And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to wait a little bit. I see Wednesday, he's still not talking to us. And I'm like, fuck. So I check like Skagit County Jail in Washington. Sure enough, I see that person in there for talking to an underage kid. The cops got him, but this is how they got him. He was visiting his fucking probation officer, and while he was right in front of his probation officer, he's texting my fucking decoy, and then the probation officer catches him and then fucking puts him in jail for it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why do you think nothing ever really gets done by the police?
Well,
until you step in.
Well, like, you know,
I think it's just too much of a process. Like he said, like he just directly goes to it. Cops have to go through people and systems to try to even do it.
But they just don't even do enough
of
these sting operations.
No, they don't. In some way, somehow, it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars for them to do like one. I have no idea how it costs them like $100,000 to rent a fucking hotel room for a night and get two people. But like, you know, somehow for us it costs like $68. But I don't know.
But here's my question too. That just led me to remembering something. Jidion said that he spent $100K on like one Predator video. How?
He did say that?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, if he said that, that's
What
not
video?
true. That can't be the case.
Either in a video or in a month, but still, it just like an exorbitant amount of money for whatever it was.
No, there's no way, man. Between me hiring 15 people, between all the travel, the hotels, you know, the equipment, we don't spend $100K a month.
Right. But you're also very good with like budgeting too.
Yeah, where does that come from?
So what I respect the hell out of the most, maybe even, well, probably not more than the catches, but also the fact that you've become somehow uncancellable.
Yeah,
for real. How the fuck do you do that?
Yeah, good question. How do you do that?
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, but you know, just never apologize. Okay, it's two things. All right. Never apologize, but you also can't do something that you actually have to apologize for. So what I mean by that is like, you know, they're going to ask you to apologize for saying words, making jokes. Never apologize for that. But if you're also very honest to your audience and you just do things the right way and you don't fucking scam people, you take advantage of your audience, you know, people are going to see that, you know, wow, this guy is just very authentic, genuine. He works very hard, and they support you for that. Now we are uncancelable.
Yeah.
Uncancelable. But yeah, I mean,
But everything you just said, and then Penguins comes in and makes a video about you. Like, how do you deal with that? Because, for example, you had Joey Swoll come.
Yeah, how do you deal with all of, like, because I'm sure you get insane messages of people, like, literally probably threatening your life at this point. So how do you deal with that? Does it just not bother you?
Well, I mean, the most recent situation where I got quote-unquote canceled was a couple days ago. I was trolling these illegal immigrants at this protest and shit, and I started doing like the retard hand sign at them, like, you know, on beat with their chant. They were saying like, "Si se puede." I was just going like, "Si se puede." This is like, so that went viral on Instagram, and you know, I got a lot of death threats from a bunch of vatos that you know, obviously never did anything. And you know, it's just, we have locals now, and what I realized, like, we found a good subscription platform that's run by non-blue-haired psychos.
That's huge.
And as soon as we found that platform, immediately I just started to say, go to there. So now it's like, dude, it would be catastrophic if we lost my twins' YouTube channels, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. Everything would be the same.
So what happened initially in 2021 with the whole EDP situation when people were coming at you hard and trying to cancel you?
So we caught this YouTuber named Bryant Moreland in 2021.
Because he was black?
Yeah, of course.
It's the only reason why.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we catch the white because they're going after kids, but the black is simply because they're black. I mean, obviously.
Those are first priority.
100%. So he was going after he was going after who he thought was a 13-year-old girl that we were posing as. And, we've heard accusations about him before, so we threw a decoy count on him. And we actually did reach out first, which we rarely do. But, he had tons of freaking followers, so it's like, how would he have recognized us? And, he took the bait, though. Like, he initiated the conversation because he said hi back, and we did not respond to him. Then 2 days later, he double texted us, so he started that whole conversation. And, of course, he gets sexual, sends dick pics, does a bunch of crap wrong. And, we catch him. And then, before we drop his video, all these clips surfaced about me of, totally stuff that I would never do off camera. Me saying, the N-word and just, me making crude jokes pertaining to pedophilia, which, by the way, I still fucking do. I mean, it's a fucking joke. I don't give a fuck. But, so all that surfaced, and, YouTube then, a lot of YouTubers then proceeded to make hit pieces on me, and, take those things way, way out of context. Like, even passing off some of these jokes that I made is like, oh, this actually happened. And
that was crazy.
That's what he was telling me about earlier.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. So, anyway, that
just
happened.
real quick, do you want to say what it was? Like, you made a joke that there's a girl in your basement or something?
Yeah.
And they would just took that clip and posted it as if it's evidence of you actually saying that.
Right, 100%. So, when I was 19 years old, I was riding a little bike in Walmart just fucking with people. And I said something extremely, I thought it was funny and still kind of fucking is. But I said something like, yeah, man, I got a 3-year-old in my basement and I give her the vitamin D without the vitamins. and the lady was like, oh, that's not good. So they took that and they're like, this guy has a 3-year-old in his basement. I'm like, bro, I live in a 2nd-floor apartment in fucking Houston. What basement? But
all the fucking retards from the algorithm probably actually believed it too.
Right, and I don't know if they do or not because you would think they would all be calling the cops on me, right? But obviously I think they know. I think it's more so they're mad I didn't apologize for saying the N-word.
Yeah, so how did you get through that whole... initially, before you were uncancelable, how did you deal with the cancellation attempts, quote unquote?
Well, we still were uncancelable because we never apologized. That's the biggest thing. Those people, we still had a loyal...
Nah, but when you're losing income and shit, I mean, that's,
Oh, I gotta sneeze. Wait. Oh, it's coming. God damn it. it's like it's coming, but it's not. Hold on.
It's because we're watching.
Yeah.
Making you nervous?
Yeah, sorry, my anxiety.
Love the pose, by the way.
Thank you.
The character.
What? Oh,
this is how you would sit pretty much.
Well, it's not exactly the most comfortable in this fucking corner right here. But
sitting at crisscross.
But anyway, man, I just kind of laid low for a couple months and then just came back like nothing happened and we just continued. So that's kind of it. Never apologize.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the fact that you were so consistent and everything, and you always had those diehard people, and those people just grew and grew over the years.
Oh, yeah.
And now you have this whole fucking community of diehard people that share your humor.
Right, because even though
I also feel like racism is getting popular again.
Yeah, no,
would you agree?
I happily helped spearhead that.
100%.
And dude, I think we still had a loyal audience in 2021, and I think they've really admired the fact we never apologized because we had nothing to apologize for. And
when I say popular, I mean people aren't acting as much of a bitch about it anymore.
Right,
100%.
It's
it's not that much of a big deal. You know what I'm
saying?
Right.
I like to say, look, man, George Floyd died 5 fucking years ago at this point. Get over it. Yeah. I say now.
For real.
Okay, we're going to have to leave that out.
There's a few of them. You better make sure.
Oh, I know. There's a ton. So speaking, again, of Jidion, at one point, before you guys were friends, he was going to actually catch you.
Yeah.
But it was going to be like a pred catch, but he's just catching you being a racist. So how do you think that would have went if it actually happened?
Wait, so he would have caught me on camera being racist?
No, he would have like
baited you in somehow?
Yeah, baited you in to meet up.
Or...
And then he exposes you for being a racist.
Well, look, there's been times where his camera was in my face and I've said racist things, so he already caught me. But
he's building up all the evidence?
Yeah, no, or he's still decoying me now. At that point, he'd have a lot of evidence, but...
No, but how do you think it would have went if he actually pulled up and he's basically like interrogating you the way you interrogate preds, but for being racist?
Oh, I'd be the most honest interview he's ever had, and I would say yes, I said that absolutely. One time he asked me, you know what the 3/5 rule is?
What?
You know what the 3/5 rule is? Basically, like at the time where blacks got voting rights, they were counted as 3/5 as a person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I guess when they first got the right to vote. So he asked me on his stream, he's like, Alex, man, how do you feel about the 3/5 rule? And I'm like, well, look at Chicago and Detroit. Do you think they'd be the way they are if we had the 3/5 rule still? And he's like, oh, Alec, man, shit. So, I don't hold back.
Oh yeah, I respect the hell out of that. Honestly though, I really do respect that.
I mean, I think the only people that should be able to vote are people that contribute and aren't lazy welfare leeches. So,
and have a penis.
Yes, absolutely. So, look, black people are included in that.
A natural penis, not a synthetic penis.
Right. But, yeah, too many people vote.
Yeah, I mean, well, these are all just opinions of our guest, of course. So hopefully we don't get canceled.
Because the state of California is doing so well with all these Hispanic ladies voting, right?
Yeah, everybody acts so offended by everything nowadays. But it's like we all grew up watching Family Guy and shit. Like, why does everybody have to be offended by everything?
Yeah, I don't know how we regressed from like Call of Duty lobbies. Like, it's like,
bro, those are the worst.
Yeah, it's like 12-year-old us would be like, yeah, man, retard. But then now it'd be like, oh, how dare you? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Right? Like, a lot of these people who pretend to be offended by everything, like, do they not just talk like this?
Yeah.
In their normal life?
Yeah, there's no way.
I feel like it's healthy to talk like that.
It is.
To not hold back.
It is.
It has to be.
Like Jidion asked me, he's like, Alex, do you ever refer to me as the N-word? And I'm like, to be honest, yes. He's like, I respect the honesty. So,
the hell out of that?
Yeah, but I really love the guy, man. Great dude. He's coming to my wedding when I have it. So, whenever that date may be.
You keep saying that. Am I invited?
Of course. I wouldn't tell you all he's coming to my wedding if I wasn't going to invite you all. I mean, I haven't even proposed yet, but like, I'm going to marry this girl I'm dating, so yeah, you'll definitely come.
I'll invite you to mine, bro.
Thank you.
You getting a prenup?
Yes, absolutely. I used to think like no prenup. I mean, with this chick, I've been dating her for 2 months now. She's been.
Wait, hold on. 2 months? You're already thinking about getting married?
2 months?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I guess when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, look, we have some things to do first, obviously, but like, we've been talking for more than that. But
how did you meet her?
Well, I've had her on Snapchat for the past couple of years, but we've never talked until,
in your hometown or no?
No, but with how much I've seen her like a lot of times at this point. So.
What do you think the benefit is to getting married as a man in 2025?
Well, the benefit, I'm not too religious, but I think the benefit would be just, it's just a godly thing and a spiritual thing. But like financially, none.
But couldn't you do that just through like a church without like getting the government involved?
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, I guess it isn't necessary. But yeah, if we get married, which we are, I'm definitely going to get a prenup. As much as she's awesome to me, like we've never had a fight yet or anything. Disagreements, yeah, but never a fight. And
I feel like it's just a normal thing to do. It shouldn't even be in question.
Yeah, definitely get a prenup.
So I've seen Andrew and Tristan Tate both share your stuff a couple times on X. What's your relationship like with them? Because I'm a huge fan of the Tates. Tanner is as well.
Well, basically, they pay me to look the other way on their accusations.
Oh.
Yeah. So you have to cut that out of the video, of course. I'm just kidding. No.
Watch that get clipped.
Right. No, dude. So I don't really. I've only talked to Andrew like one time, and it's never been a conversation. It's more so like, hey man, we should do something one of these days. He's like, yeah, we'll figure something out. But this was like a year ago. Nothing ever materialized. But with Tristan, me and him have definitely had some conversations in the Twitter DMs, and dude, he's like. Of course, you don't know a guy from just DMing him, but from what he's been so nice to me, and he's like, divulged about his personal life, talked about, family stuff, and he's very awesome, and, he's definitely revealed a lot of personal stuff with me, which I appreciate. He's awesome. And, he's done something, which I'm not going to say what, and it didn't benefit me directly, but he helped somebody out that I was asking, around, like, hey man, help this guy out, and he did something really big for the guy, so I really, really appreciate him for that.
Fuck yeah, bro.
All behind the scenes. Yeah, I mean, he told me to not tell anybody about it, so,
Should I actually cut that out, or?
No, you can keep that in.
Okay.
Didn't say too many details.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that the Tates are, cool people, and I didn't think you were even that close.
Yeah, no, I believe he's genuine.
So, besides the Tates, who would you say is, like, the coolest person who's praised your work, where when you saw you're like, holy shit, like, you were almost fanboying a little?
Ooh, that's a good question. Besides the Tates. Man.
Were they number one, would you say?
I mean, well, I guess fanboying. I haven't really... I mean, it's because it's all relative to the time, right? Like, now, anybody could praise my work, and I would hardly ever fanboy. But I guess at the time, 2019, Cassidy popping into a live stream, Cassidy Campbell.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's the gayest answer you could have given.
I know. But you got to think, dude. I watched you
before you ever blew up or anything.
Yes, I watched you and him in high school, and seeing probably my favorite. You two were my favorites, man. Cassidy was number one at the time. Yeah. But you were right there. I watch you all the time.
Okay, I see how it is.
Just telling the truth. But now I definitely
better content now.
Well, I would say you do.
Okay.
But
I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, it's not. I think Cassie still makes good shit. I watch both of y'all, but I like the fucking shit we did with the scale, and I like the bodybuilding stuff. I think I think the more pissed off reactions from like narcissists are funny. So. Anyway, so yeah, Cassidy, I was fanboying out over him. And then Owen Schroyer from InfoWars, I saw him in person. I would watch him for years, so definitely those two.
But also you said you wouldn't fanboy over anybody nowadays necessarily, but who's just like the coolest person? Who would the average viewer would find cool? Who? Praise your work. Well,
Tom Araya from Slayer, you know that band?
Yeah,
Slayer. Yeah, him and his wife Sandra, they watch the channel. And not only have they been extremely helpful to us, like by giving us contributions and all that stuff, super down to earth people. I mean, God bless them for giving us tickets to Aftershock, backstage for fucking Pantera, Slayer, and
was that in Vegas?
Oh, that's fucking sick.
It was the day before, Sacramento. So yeah, very awesome people, genuinely good friends of ours.
Hell yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I respect the hell out of that.
Hey, thank you.
What's your end goal?
No end goal. Always got to keep moving forward.
No end goal?
No end goal.
Just look at it day by day?
Absolutely.
Do you ever think about the future or the past too much? Like, especially when you were, struggling and, like, getting canceled and, worrying about your future? Like, would you ever think ahead and worry? Or would you kind of just be like, all right, just day by day, that's all I can do?
Of course I would think about it and be like, man, fuck, what if? But in the end, thinking doesn't really do much. So you just got to do it, not think. And
absolutely.
That's what we did.
Just got to do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah, actually... You have the same side of my room.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
We'll make you a copy.
No, but for real, 320 for the past 4 months. You got it.
Yeah, you're right. Dude, I've just been getting stronger, keeping the same weight, so I just feel like if I drop another 20, I'd be...
So speaking of getting in your head and thoughts, what's your thoughts on depression?
Well...
depression and anxiety.
All right. So,
and mental health breaks.
Yeah.
We don't take any mental health breaks at Predator Poachers. As a matter of fact, I get depressed and anxious when we're not on trips catching pedos. So, I mean, when I'm home relaxing from all the terrible shit I hear, I start to get anxious and sad. So, just kidding. We don't take any mental health breaks. We don't believe in that. And the way I look at it is I think a lot of these streamers... set a bad example with saying, oh my God, my life is so hard being a streamer, this sucks. Dude, no the fuck it's not. I work look, I'm not good at predator catching, I'm not going to say that, we got a lot of work to do, but I easily work the hardest out of anybody I know. And, dude, fuck that. Fuck saying a mental health break. Fuck all of that shit. You got to keep working hard. That is fulfilling. I mean,
absolutely.
I hate these...
That's what cures sadness.
Right. Like, and
I feel like that's why a lot of these streamers and influencers are depressed, because they blew up so early in their life and they don't really know.
They don't know what true adversity is.
To work a regular job or struggle or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, their life is so easy. And like, even do what I do, it's an easy fucking life. Like, yeah, we work very hard, but it's all a choice. Like, it's not a necessity for me to work hard. I just do it because I love it. But yeah, I think a lot of people are victims of their own circumstance, and you can't be that. You can't say, oh, well, this is going on in my life, so I can't do this. Dude, I think a huge issue with it is we're taught from a young age, everybody's just equal. No, everybody's equal. No, we're all the same. No, we're not all the same. So yeah, you are going to be dealt a worse hand in life than somebody else. You're going to be dealt a better hand in life than someone else. You need to take your situation and make the best of it, and that's what no one's taught.
Yeah, I guess 2 points on that. There's no light without dark, so if you've never experienced any sort of lows, then you just go straight to like blowing up, like a lot of these streamers do. They don't have the right perception of what it's like to actually struggle.
Right.
And then the other point, like you said, you get more depressed, quote unquote, when you're at home doing nothing. Like having a purpose, that's the best cure to
just
depression
working in general, working
anxiety,
on especially something fulfilling, obviously.
Right, and that could be because a lot of people want to stream. These streamers have a very easy life. They could go seek a purpose and do something else, but it's their own fault if they're feeling bad. But yeah, I agree. I think streaming and just to kind of playing video games all day. Despite the money coming in, there is really no purpose to it. Like, obviously with what we do, I can tell you right now that a ton of kids were saved with this guy we caught today in Ventura County. But, so I was going to say something else. Hold on. Trying to think real quick. But, shit. I'll come back to it if it comes.
I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Think what I was going to say. I'm trying to think what the hell I was going to say. Oh, my God. I was going to say something about depression. But...
That is gay?
Yeah, it's very gay.
It's gay. It's
trying to think. Hold on. Oh, my God.
Do you ever tell Jidion, like, you're gay, stop making crying videos?
Well, I never knew about his crying videos until you fucking told me. But
you gotta get him in the gym.
Yeah, dude, I've been trying with that, man.
Yeah.
How much does he weigh? He looks like
He's gaining some weight.
He needs to diet down.
He claims 270, but I think he's more than that.
Really?
Yeah, I think I don't think there's any way he weighs less than I do. But
Yeah, I saw a picture of you guys standing side by side, and like, how did he blow up like that? Like, he looked heavier than you did.
Yeah. I think I don't know, man. He just needs to get in the gym. But you know, it'll hit him one of these days. You know, I was the same way. I was 350 early last year, and something will click for sure.
You had to kill himself.
Yeah.
Just one? I thought there was a couple.
Two.
But only one, like, pretty much in front of you.
That happened when you were right there. You seen it?
No, so we heard it, but we caught a guy, Tony Letcher, in South Dakota in July of 2024, and turns out, you know, he was not a sex offender, but he should have been, because he was charged in 1996, and the South Dakota Supreme Court let him go because of some technicality, but he molested a 9-year-old girl.
Surprised we didn't do it earlier.
He molested a 9-year-old girl, and he got off on some technicality. So 28 years later, we get him, and he admits to viewing child pornography, babies, toddlers, talking to a 12-year-old girl. And when the cops come, I'm talking to the cop on the side. Tony slips in, and we hear a little pop. And you know, I wish Tony would join our team, because he's the only person I know besides Kyle Rittenhouse who's killed a pedophile. But you know, I guess I can't recruit him now. He's dead.
Did he have a gun on him the whole time, or did he go grab it?
He went in. He killed himself with like a 22 rifle or something.
Oh,
and so I didn't see the body, but Pablo, being the content fiend he is, one of my camera guys, he put the stream to the window. Luckily, there was too much of a glare for it to catch it, but he said he saw Tony like lying on the ground with like a hole in his head with blood like squirting out.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you ever think, what if he came out with the gun?
Yeah.
I do. I do. I definitely think that.
Because we even, like, with the pranks, like, we were held at gunpoint recently, and Tanner didn't notice.
Yeah.
So he kept, like, pushing it, and I was trying to tell him, like, yo, we gotta go.
I was, like, wondering why they were walking out. I was like, yo, why are you filming? And he has, like, a gun on him right here, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, so do you ever think, like, God damn, that was a close call?
Very close call.
What's the most dangerous situation you've ever been in?
Well, that would have been one of them. I thought he was going in to go smash his devices, delete all of his shit, but I see he didn't hop on the app he had child porn on, so I'm like, what's going on? Then we hear the pop. But the most dangerous situation is John Rector in Malden, Massachusetts chased me with a gun in July of 2024.
I've heard this story.
Yeah.
But Tanner probably hasn't.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
The viewers probably haven't, so.
No, right. So, dude, he didn't want to talk to me. He just sort of walking to his car. I'm like, John, what are you doing? What are you doing? He doesn't say a word. He goes, grabs the gun, and I was like, oh shit. So I just take off running, and you know, I had to hide in this apartment complex, and I like go up the elevator, and John calls me on my phone. He had my phone number because I was trying to deliver a package to him. And he's like, where are you? And I was like, dude, I was so fucking scared, but luckily he got arrested.
Well, it's like some search at, well, are you?
Yeah. Well, you.
But
I have a treat for you.
Have you ever thought about just having armed security, kind of like Vitaly does?
Yeah.
They don't even have to be out with you to not stop the confessions, but maybe just like hiding in the van or something.
You had at that point, actually.
Well, I've interviewed a guy recently for that, and I'm thinking about hiring him, so we'll see.
I feel like it's long overdue, bro.
I agree.
We need you, doing this shit as long as possible.
Definitely.
What's your problem with suits?
With suits?
Yeah.
They just don't suit me, man. But I don't know, man. You know, I think what it is in middle school and high school, even though it was a public school, it was so ghetto that they made us have school uniforms. And, dude, I just think having to wear jeans and all this crap for like 7 straight years of school has just made me never want to wear it again.
But I love wearing jeans. Like, I don't know, like dressing nice. I feel like you just feel better.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, as a person who, does pretty well off, I would assume. Like, at least you can, afford to, like, get some decent clothes. Like, why don't you do?
there's something that I love with me and my little brother of rolling.
I don't really dress, too fancy either.
Right, but like, I just love rolling into a fucking Brazilian steakhouse, shorts and t-shirt, just fucking. Oh, look at you losers in your shorts, and your fucking suits. I mean, I'm with shorts and t-shirts, fucking leaving like a $50 tip. So,
yeah.
So if you ever flew out to Romania and the Tates took you out, would you dress the same way?
No, I would obviously dress for the occasion. But yeah, obviously I think it would be fitting at my wedding if I had basketball shorts on.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No, definitely certain situations I do dress up.
But yeah, we tried to prank you at the start of the podcast. For the viewers who don't know the backstory, I used to always have Alex wear a suit when we did the catches. And every time, kind of ruined the mood for a bit. When you found out you have to wear a suit.
Yeah.
But also the grunting. How much did you hate doing the grunting?
Well, at the time, I like the subs that we got from it, but yeah, I was just like, what am I doing here? But
it was surprisingly way more entertaining than it should have been.
Yeah, no, the videos itself, they came out really nicely. But me personally, just grunting and just waving some fucking,
But your character was hilarious, though.
Yeah, to other people. I mean, well, Robin Williams made a lot of people laugh. He ended up killing himself. So, I was like the Robin Williams of Predator captain.
I mean, is that where it was going to go if you kept grunting?
Oh, yeah. I would have decapitated myself with the fucking lawn clippers. Yeah.
One more question. Are you racist?
Well, here's the thing. You should just leave it at that. Just end the podcast, just a cliffhanger.
Well, we have one more thing that we do at the end of each podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we read Super Thanks $5 and up, and I asked for Super Thanks today specifically since Alex is going to be on, because this podcast we haven't even uploaded the last episode yet, but we got a total of 1. And this one actually has nothing to do with Alex. Okay. People didn't understand the assignment at all. But guys, Alex, you're going to be a recurring guest, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Next time you're out
there? Yeah.
Because I feel like there's so much shit we haven't even touched on.
Right.
We could talk for days.
Right.
If you guys have any questions for Alex specifically, then we'll make sure to read it the next time he's on, and you'll be back in a month, right?
Yeah.
And I guess one more question I do have. You're always so down to do pranks and shit. What do you think about the people who say, I remember when I would do the catches, and then I would go back to doing pranks, people would be like, oh, stick to catches. How can you go harass people when you're supposed to be saving children, blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts on all that?
Well, I mean, I love doing the pranks because it's not really a break from the catch, just because, the same fucking day we're probably doing a catch, but, it's a good switch up. I have fun doing it. I think I'm good at fucking with people, so I have fun. But, yeah, as for people that are like, oh my God, you're harassing this Walmart employee, this fast food worker. Dude, you think somebody making $12 an hour at Walmart it doesn't have their fucking day made by getting pranked and getting trolled?
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
I was working that job.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not like, oh my God, you got trolled, so here's a $10 off your pay. No, it's retarded. So, no. I don't agree with the people that say, oh, pranks are bad. Not yours anyway.
Let me find the Super Thanks.
So they just left it on a live stream or something?
No, we just on the actual video.
Oh, I see.
So the Super Thanks. Obviously, it's not as impactful as if we did it live. I feel like we'd get way more super chats.
Oh yeah.
But we can't do it live because, bro, if we did this live today.
Yeah.
And we always say shit too.
Right.
Not the word, but. We say other shit.
Right.
So Sonny the dog says, loved your last Wes Watson prank video. The reaction of that realtor guy when you were doing push-ups was the best. For Tanner's video, my favorite reaction was when Tanner was trolling this guy's John. And at the end, he looked up and asked, please God save me from this guy. I wanted to ask you both, what is your favorite reaction ever from the folks you have trolled? Okay, I guess you can answer that too. So my favorite reaction ever, off the top of my head, it has to be fucking the professor video, the Vladimir fake professor video. I don't know if I'll ever get as good of a reaction as that ever again, because you guys know the story. The real professor of the class had lost that class the last semester, and then he thought he got it back, so now he thought he actually lost it again. So the whole thing just worked out perfectly, and then he left the class and left me with the students to teach, and now the students are freaking out. And the dean comes in, and she's like, what the fuck? So everything just worked out. All the stars aligned that day. What's the best reaction you've ever gotten?
Honestly, I can't. I feel like if I look through my videos, I would think of another one that I like more. But for some reason, off the top of my head, I think of the Indian guy in the mall.
Oh yeah, that
I don't
was
know
crazy.
why. It was just
dude.
when I think about that, I just laugh so much.
So you probably never seen the video, but you would laugh your ass
You
off.
would love this reaction.
Yeah, so he was doing a fake janitor video at a mall. So first he goes up to this group of Indians. They're like, "You're being racist. You're a white man talking to brown people."
I was
But he
blaming him for
did.
like a cup.
You are trying to be a racist.
Racist?
Yeah, because you saw the brown people, you came after us.
He did nothing racist, like at all. But they just. Okay, so off topic, but. So I noticed Indians love doing this. Like they probably noticed from other races and picked up on it. Like they can use the race card. But what drives me what pisses me off is when fucking Ukrainians come here and do that shit. Because like come on.
Ukrainians are white.
They're Russian. It's the same thing.
Right,
Like,
right.
You can't pull the race card.
No.
But they learned how to do it too. But yeah, so we go up to this group of Indians and they call him out on being racist. But then we go to this next Indian guy who just happens to be Indian again. And he throws this whole tantrum. And when he said, "You're being racist," to Tanner, like Tanner just bursts out laughing.
The second time that
You're coming against a brown person because you don't have the fucking guts to go with white people.
What are you talking about?
You're a fucking racist. That's what I'm saying.
Why am I racist?
You are. Yeah.
And not only was the reaction hilarious, when the security came, he fully believed I was working there as a janitor. So he was like on my side trying to control the
And he's like,
Oh my
he's like,
God.
he's like, "Don't look right now. But there's a man with a camera filming all
talking
of this
about
right
Eric.
now."
Like a bystander.
shit.
Everything was it was one of those like fever dreams.
And he asked me then, like, what happened to give my, like, what I saw, like, I'm like a witness.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, yeah, so this guy just came up, he's working, and this guy accuses him of being racist for some
Dude, you had
reason.
to link me that fucking video, but I don't watch that.
So, yeah, what's the craziest reaction you've ever gotten just with your random trolling
Or with your
adventures?
catches. What's your favorite catch?
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, both. Favorite catch and favorite reaction to trolling.
Well, my favorite like recent reaction has definitely been either Mike O'Hearn at the Olympia, but I have another one for y'all too. I was doing. Oh my God, I kind of want to play the clip for y'all, man. I think it's easier to explain that way.
Okay.
All right.
I could even play it up on the screen if you send it to me after.
Yeah.
Oh, here's my phone.
But yeah, I was doing like a little video at Staples, basically, talking about this gay predator. And then one of the Staples employees like, "Excuse me." So
I could say one of my favorite
Tennessee right now,
scenes Alex has ever got.
Alan Wilson, the Attorney General of South Carolina. So the reason, even when it's child, which has nothing to do with us technically, it's just what they have on their phone, or stuff like solicitation of a minor, which, in every state around South Carolina has been prosecuted. So what we're going to do, we're going to be spotlighting kind of what we're going to be bringing to the meeting tomorrow. We're going to highlight an individual named Cody Sweat, right outside Columbia, less than 30 minutes from Mr. Wilson's house and his workplace. A 53-year-old gay man who was going after a 13-year-old boy and was into stuff like bondage, leather, but we're going to read it and you're going to see for yourself. So, how do you know that?
Completely unscripted.
Why did he say that?
I don't know.
Certain information, you can Google it.
Well,
Wait, you said that?
No, that's fine.
in reality, church leaders are kitty diddlers more than most people in the LGBTQ plus community are.
You see retarded?
It comes off like a little...
It would do you good to realize that the real enemy is those at the top. They're trying to distract you with pointless culture wars.
He sounds impressive.
Enemies are at the top. So Cody identifies the top, and you want to make the boy the bottom. So that's kind of the real enemy, sir.
Well, that's what you said.
Anyway, we're
Well,
going to
that's for you.
Could we talk to you after the video?
Who is that?
Your opinion is valuable.
This is my friend Gunther.
yeah, so.
That's not his real voice, is it?
No, not his real voice. So, I think that was like the funniest reaction recently. But I know there's other ones too that we've got over the years that have been good. But yeah, as for my favorite catch ever, has to be Kevin Cook in Jewell, Iowa. He's doing 25 years right now for molesting his own daughter. And we hit him up as a fake father. Because we saw his profile picture on Facebook was him with his daughter, and we noticed like a piece of fluid on his daughter's lips. And we just kind of assumed the worst about it because we noticed him in like a kid group. So we hit him up and we're like, "Hey man, ever join any of those groups?" And he's like, "Nah." But he's like, "Are you near Iowa?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You should come over and play with my daughter." So he invites us over on that Sunday, or this coming Sunday, like I guess back then, he invited us over when he gets custody of his daughter again. So I didn't want to show up when his daughter was there. So I knocked on his door Friday, and I'm like, Kevin, we got to talk about kind of these Facebook messages, and he completely loses his shit. Like, he's like breaks down crying, and he came up with so many excuses. He's like, well, I was trying to do what you guys were doing. I was going undercover, but I basically poke a bunch of holes in his story, because he's like, I'm never alone with her. But then I started asking about like his wife's work schedule, the stepmom's work schedule, everything, and it lined up to where he was going to be alone with her on Sunday, and he ends up admitting to molesting his own daughter to me. And obviously the cops come, they do their interview with him, and at that point of the PD, he was so like fucked. He's like, I did it, and he ended up taking a plea deal. He was doing 25 years now in Iowa. So
I respect the hell out of that.
So
you literally saved like a real victim right before it was about to happen in that scenario.
Well. It was happening, sadly, but
You're almost like the real life Dexter, but you don't kill him.
I wish I was real life Dexter. I know, I wish, but
did you upload that on One Calls?
Yeah,
my favorite.
Why don't you just do that?
Oh, what, Dexter?
No, like just the.
Oh, well, it's behind a paywall. The cops won't even see it.
True.
Yeah.
Why don't you just start doing that?
Fuck, it's a good point, man. Who said I haven't already?
My favorite scene that I've ever seen Alex in was when the guy came up and tried to choke you and you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the vaccine conference at Rice University. Yeah, this old ass. Yeah, I interrupted the conference because I was trying to ask a question and they weren't answering me. Because dude, these leftoids are so sneaky with it. You put in the questions on a tablet so they could pick and choose what to answer. So they weren't answering my question. So I asked a fair question about the Pfizer vaccine that nobody could answer. And then this old man's like, "Sit down, you son of a bitch!" And he comes up to me and he tries to choke me, and I just like push him down, and his ring falls off. So it was a good scene.
Did you really shove him that hard? Like, why did he go flying?
He barely did.
I don't know.
That's why it was so funny about it.
Yeah,
and the whole crowd was like, "Oh!"
Yeah, I genuinely barely shoved him, dude. I don't know what the fuck, but
he sold it like it's WWE.
Yeah,
he just went flying back.
Yeah, no, I gave him 25% of the ad revenue from that video.
Shit, I completely forgot to talk about like how good of a job you do, like convincing the predators that you're on their side. Like it's the most fascinating shit I've seen.
Yeah,
like for catches.
Yeah. You just gotta. It's a combination of genuinely finding a connection with them,
true,
genuinely being nice to them, and then genuinely taking interest in what they have to say. Which, oh, you work construction? Oh my God, thank you. What do you do with that? Wow. Oh, my uncle did this too. Oh, really? You're from? It's always weird too, because like when they say they're from a certain city, like. Oh, I'm from Spokane, Washington. No way. We grew up like 30 minutes away in Deer Park. What brought you all the way out here too? Like this in El Paso, he's originally from Alabama. Like, so are you actually from Alabama? He's like, yeah, man, I'm from Montgomery. Like, no way. I grew up in fucking Huntsville. And, so stuff like that, you got to find like a little bond with them.
Well, it's also because you probably know like every city in the country. So, so it's so easy for you to just do it on the spot.
Yeah, definitely. But find a little bond with them. And then, when I call them out on their bullshit, I don't say, listen, this is fucking bullshit. Sometimes I do if it gets to that point, but I'm like, look, man, I'm just going to have to lightly counter you on this. So look, I appreciate you've been so honest with me.
So you build them up, break them down.
Yeah. And you got to take the conversation in many ways. Like, it can't just always be about, like, their shit. You got to take it to, like, oh, man, so speaking of that, yeah, so did you see what happened the other day with Trump or something? Like, you got to, like, bring it out, it's you got to, like, kind of lead them in many ways.
Yeah.
And at least you're not in a trench coat in an ice cream truck.
Right, yeah. At least you're not driving around in an ice cream truck. Right. Yeah, I always got to minimize too. So like,
have you ever had one that looks like it's like wearing a trench coat and he looks like he would drive an ice cream truck?
Yeah, it's like half of them, but like.
So what do you say in that scenario?
Well, I mean, fuck.
Just make up lies at that point.
Yeah, I mean. Look, at least you're actually feeding the children and being good to them. You're like these other people are sitting down and doing nothing all day. At least you're doing something with your life. Like, no, I mean, we caught we caught a foster dad the other day in McKinney, Texas. He didn't admit to molesting any of the foster kids because apparently he took them in after they were 18.
Foster dad, what the fuck?
Yeah, but apparently they were like special needs. He took them in after they were 18. I guess quote unquote adopted them. So I don't know. But his mom was also a foster parent, and I tried to grill him on molesting some of those kids, which he did not admit to. But he admitted to watching like baby all that stuff, and being obsessed about this kid he was talking to. But you know, I was like, man, I really like. He was gay, so he was definitely more emotional. So when he's like, I'm a foster dad, I give him a hug. I'm like, man, thank you for what you do. And then, like, you know, an hour later, I saw this video of a baby, and so
Did you get arrested?
phone seized, arrest pending. So
Last question: are you ever going to come out with that device that deletes everything on the phone?
yeah, my cigarette lighter charger. I mean, my device wiper, bro. You know, so, yeah, we're currently working on the patent right now.
Dude, maybe you should just sell like iPhone chargers.
Yeah, we just call it the device wiper. Yeah, exactly.
No, but I feel like people would actually buy it just because of the inside joke.
Yeah, device wiper. Yeah, $100 for a fucking device wiper.
Wait, what's the inside joke?
Oh, because he tells the preds that he has a device that will delete everything off of their phone, and he just does it to hold the phone until the cops come. So he just plugs it into an iPhone charger.
Yeah, and it's so funny because, like, say their phone's like on 20%. I'm like, man, for the wipe to start happening, it has to be on 95%. So like,
You do so it doesn't die.
yeah. So like, basically the other day in you know, in El Paso, like, you kind of like remove the car, you remove the charger from the phone, or you remove the other side of it. So it's like, oh man, it's taking a while. So your phone's still at 80%, bro. So yeah.
That's hilarious. Well, thank you for coming on, bro. You're literally about to get on the road right now to go to the next catch.
Yeah, man, we got to go catch tomorrow. Let's fucking do it.
It's fucking wild.
Where can everybody find you who doesn't know you? What's all your shit?
Well, unfortunately, there's a person that looks like me on YouTube. You can just type in Predator Poachers, PREDATOR space POACHERS.
No one safe?
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Well,
There's another guy.
Well, it's actually called No Are Safe. So, but yeah, man.
Wait, so there's two people now that look like you?
Oh, yeah, fuck, you're right. But yeah, Predator Poachers on YouTube. You'll find all of the channels. You'll find some good stuff if you type that in. And our channel on Rumble is Predator Poachers, and my Twitter and my Instagram is I Fight for Kids. So go find us.
I respect the hell out of that.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me on, Geish.
Yeah, hopefully see you soon again.
Absolutely.
All right, we're out of here.